Slay the Spire 2 has even more updates in their February 2025 newsletter, the Valentine's Day edition. Here's everything you need to know about it in 3 minutes or less. The first main point is that they're adding enchantments to cards. And as you can presume, that means you're going to add something new to your card, like die, 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 going from dealing 13 damage to dealing 19 damage, but you lose 3 HP. These are going to be modifiers to your deck and are probably going to make it where we can have some super crazy builds. They do go on to say that the more meaningful and potentially run-defining enchantments can be discovered in rare events and things like redacted throughout the game. So what that means, I'm sure we'll figure out later on. Also, for those of you that like collecting merch, they do have a current competition. I believe it's on their X page. It's for the Defect and the Watcher. They also have a couple of keyboards that they're doing with Infinikey that you can go ahead and get your hands on. Now, here's where I think they're trying to tell us that the Defect is still alive, because they give us this Who's That Pokemon style animation. It's the Defect. In all seriousness, it isn't actually the Defect, but I do still think that he's alive out there somewhere. It actually turns out to be something called a Nibbit, which kind of looks like an axolotl mixed with some kind of prehistoric dinosaur. And in the next series of Who's That Pokemon that they're doing, we have a little spider crab looking creature. And as we've seen from the trailer, there are some bug inspired environments with like bees and stuff like that. So maybe it is some kind of spider creature. They then go on to say a little bit more, answering some of the community questions such as, will Clash return in Slay the Spire 2? They tell us no. What does enchantment mean? Well, now we know. Will there be a sell feature at the merchant in Slay the Spire 2? We're told no. They talk a little bit about how the music direction is made, and if you want to know a little bit more about that, you can pause the screen right here and exactly see what they're talking about. And the last thing that they tell us is kind of for the artists out there. Needless to say, we have a lot of talented artists in our community, and we've got another way to showcase that. If you would like your own art featured as the Meowletters cover image next month, you can submit it to them either their Discord or at fanmail@megacrit.com by Friday, March 7th, 2025. Which is a day after my birthday, just in case you were wondering. If you want to know even more about Slay the Spire 2, go check out my last video and tell me in the comments what you want to see Megacrit do with Slay the Spire 2, and what do you think this new enemy is that they're releasing.